Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of Mancinima. Today we're going to be taking a look at the horror movie Hatching. Now Hatching stars Siri Solalina as a young girl called Tinya, a gymnast who is out to please her domineering, overbearing mother. Her mother runs a lifestyle vlog called Lovely Everyday Life, and as you watch the movie you'll realise that life is anything but lovely in that family. The young girl then goes out into the woods one day and she finds an injured bird, and next to the injured bird is a very strange little egg which she decides to care for. She takes it home, puts it in her bed and decides to nourish the egg. As the pressure from her mother builds, as the pressure from her family builds around her, the egg begins to grow, as does Tinya's anxiety. So it's a metaphor for her anxiety, and of course once the egg gets gigantic, her anxiety gets gigantic, both of them crack, and what happens next is something to behold. I would say that this is a very enjoyable film. It is a Finnish film, so if you're going to go and see this at the cinema, be prepared you're going to read this movie as well as watch it, because there are English subtitles. The film is in its native language. And the creature was pretty good, although it's a little bit Jim Henson for my liking. It's an interesting story, it's an intriguing story, it kept me captivated through to the end, and yeah, really enjoyable film. I would say go and see Hatching if you get the opportunity. Out this Friday in cinemas is the newly converted 3D and Imax version of Steven Spielberg's 1975 classic Jaws. Now, this film is nearly 50 years old, so if you haven't had an opportunity to see Jaws now, where have you been? It's an absolute classic, superb performances by Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw and of course Richard Dreyfuss and the rest of the cast. And it's an absolutely gripping, fantastic, classic movie. If you get the opportunity to see this movie at the cinema, you've got to go and do it. It's been put out, like I say, in two brand new formats. You've got 3D, it's never been shown at 3D before, although there was a Jaws 3D, but that's a completely different movie. Don't go and see that. And it's in the IMAX format. So, yeah, that's showing as of this Friday. I highly recommend you go and see it. It's the 47th anniversary, so why they didn't wait 3 more years to put this out as a 50th anniversary, I don't know. Maybe they got something special planned for the 50th anniversary. Maybe Spielberg and Universal are going to take us all out on a boat in the middle of the ocean, surrounded by sharks, to watch the movie there. Who knows? Anyway, go and see Jaws. It's an absolute classic movie, as I said before. You'll really enjoy it. Superb performances. You can't beat it. The 60th anniversary of the Bond movies continues at the cinema, with obviously all the classics being re-shown from Dr. No right up to No Time to Die. This week, or this coming week, we are on Quantum of Solace, which is the second Daniel Craig Bond movie and the 22nd Bond movie. Quantum of Solace is generally unfairly maligned in the light of Casino Royale. Casino Royale was an absolutely fantastic Bond movie. This is a little bit of a step down, but it's still a really enjoyable film. What I would also say is keep your eye out for an extra in the background on the docks. He's supposed to be sweeping the docks, but you can see that his broom is actually about a foot above where the actual ground is, so he's actually not doing any sweeping, but he's still going through with the motions. So keep your eye out for that. It's something to look forward to, if nothing else, in Quantum of Solace. And of course, the week after that we'll have Skyfall, Spectre and No Time to Die, which will bring our Bond season to a close. So Quantum of Solace showing in cinemas as of next week. Still in cinemas, only just this week, is the movie Fall, which I recommended as part of my Fright Fest recommendations in my last video. Now, it's only going to be on for a few more days. I think the film is going to end on Thursday at most cinemas, so if you get an opportunity, go and see Fall on the biggest screen you possibly can, but maybe not if you suffer from vertigo. Fall, of course, tells the story of Becky and Hunter, two best friends who are adventurers. The start of the movie, we see them doing a bit of rock climbing, and then later on, Hunter gets an opportunity to climb up the tallest, I think it's a radio tower or a TV tower, broadcast tower, which has been abandoned for many years. It's right smack bang in the middle of the desert, a couple of miles from anything. So they climb up this tower, 2,000 feet up, get to the top, and what happens? The ladder falls away, leaving them stranded. How the hell are they going to get down? And that is the premise of Fall. I mean, I can't recommend this movie enough. It is such a suspenseful movie. It's such a tense movie. It's one of the tensest movies I've ever seen. I know, you know, even when we went back to see this movie a second time, which we did last week, we were just basically wiping our hands with sweat because it was so tense. People were gripping their chairs, kind of hiding back at their chairs on the moments. Yeah, I can't recommend Fall enough. Go and see Fall while you can on the big screen. It won't have the same effect when it comes out on DVD or on streaming. So if you get the opportunity to see it on an IMAX screen, which will really put you in the picture, please go and do that. The only thing I would say is if you do suffer from any kind of vertigo or anything like that, it's probably not a good idea, and you may want to watch this, wait until you can see this on a streaming service. But for those of you who don't mind and really want to be in the picture up on that tower with the girls, go and see Fall on the biggest screen you can. I think it'll end Thursday this week. It may hang around at a few other cinemas, but yeah, really do go and see Fall. So finally, I have a Blu-ray recommendation for you all. Due out on October 31st from 101 Films, 30 years to the day that it had its only screening on the BBC, is Ghostwatch. Now, Ghostwatch is the drama that many mistook for a real-life investigation into the paranormal. Being that the show was hosted by such trusted television presenters, and not actors, television presenters I must add, such as Sarah Green, Mike Smith, Craig Charles, and top of the tree, Sir Michael Parkinson. So, these are the people that we've trusted with interviews and real-life television programs such as Hospital Watch and stuff like that. So I guess going into watching this program, you would believe that maybe it was a real-life investigation rather than a drama. The program was actually so controversial when it was put out. It had so many complaints, so many letters of complaints, and I think there was unfortunately a tragic suicide attached to it, that the BBC have vowed never ever to show this again. So the fact that we're getting this once more from 101 Films, because they released the DVD release originally, is fantastic. It's a fantastic piece of drama. I highly recommend that you watch it. It's a little bit dated, it's relevant to its time. It's relevant to the 90s. So some of the camera work, some of the TV presenting is relevant to how TV presenting was back in the 90s. But yeah, it went on to influence films such as The Blair Witch Project, Paranormal Activity, and all of those movies. So it's got a really strong influence. So I do recommend that you go and actually watch Ghostwatch. It's still very, very creepy, especially if you watch it. I know a lot of us actually sit down and put it on exactly at 9:25 on Halloween night every year. So if you can get your copy in time for that, it would be fantastic. What I would say is that it is already sold out on HMV. You can still get it on Zavvi on pre-order. You can still get it on 101 Films on pre-order, and I think Amazon have got it on pre-order as well. And it comes in a lovely box there with a couple of postcards and a couple of other goodies. So yes, Ghostwatch, out 31st of October. Like I say, if you pre-order, you may get it earlier. But I do highly recommend it. It's a really good drama and a piece of history which went on to influence other movies. That's Ghostwatch for you from 101 Films. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you know what to do. Give it the big thumbs up. Actually, Chuck doesn't know how to do thumbs up, so I'll do it for him. There's thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything. It basically helps the channel along if you hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the subscribe button. That also helps the channel along. And please hit the notification bell, because then you'll know when I've done a new video and you'll be notified. Also, go down in the comments and let me know what you think about this week's releases. So let me know what you think about the Bond movies. What's your favourite Bond movie? We'll be doing another video on that very soon. Let me know what you thought of The Fall. Hopefully you all went out and saw The Fall, because it's, like I say, it's a really good film. I do recommend it. Let me know what you thought about Hatching, when Hatching is released on the 16th of September. And for the moment, if any of you remember Ghostwatch, I'd love to hear what you thought about Ghostwatch, especially if you saw it the first time around back in 1992 like I did. Let me know your memories of that. Let me know whether it scared you. Let me know whether it was something that put you off horror movies for life or anything like that. I'd love to know your stories. So please, yeah, make use of the comment box. I'd love to interact with some of you, or all of you actually, any of you. Come and have an interaction on the comments. We'll have a chat, and I'll see you real soon, won't we, Chuck? He's being quiet today. Usually he plays up. He's running around stabbing people and all that stuff. And Mikey, oh man, you don't want to know. Right, I'll see you soon. Take care.